Hey there, gorgeous gays! Version 2 here with Nintendo Direct 3/27/2025. It is 1 week until the presentation for the Switch 2 and all of its details, and I assume some games that are coming out towards its launch lineup. That's happening in a week. So fuck it, here's some Switch 1 games. I presume a number of things that are going to be shown off here. I presume Metroid will be here. I'm going to guess a lot of those are going to be next week literally announced. This game will be enhanced with the Switch 2 and stuff like that. Whether it's going to be a question of, because it's just running on better hardware, will games naturally improve, or is it going to be a case of they have to go in and like update it to do that? Like if I go play Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 2, will that just have a better like performance because it's better hardware, or do they need to patch it to take advantage of that better hardware? So it'll only be selected things that they do. No idea. Because you can shove Bloodborne in a PS5 and it still plays at 30 fucking frames a second, despite the fact that the PS4 can do that. So, you know. But the main thing is that we're going to be showing off Switch 1 games here. I'm not expecting anything from this because it's literally a week before the next one. Like, if people show model games, they have to patch stuff in, they're likely to do that for the big games, yeah. Yeah. Like newer stuff has probably, like, already got it in there that it's like, oh, by the way, when this happens. Because they've obviously known this console's out for a while. Like, I assume Tears of the Kingdom was, like, released with it in mind that, hey, we're gonna have another one soon. But, yeah. If people are bitching about how bad this Direct is, like, literally new console thing is in a week. Like, I don't know what major stuff we could have here. Like, obviously, there can still be some Swansong stuff. And just the sheer amounts that the Switch has sold, it's going to be a case like the PS4 to the PS5, where we're going to have a solid 12 to 18 months of a lot of stuff being cross-gen. There's going to be a lot of games that are made just being like, we don't need the power of the Switch 2 for this, so we're going to release it on Switch 1, better performance on Switch 2. That's going to happen for bare minimum 12 to 18 months consistently, and there'll still be stuff after that still releases cross-gen. Again, PS4 to PS5 is on the exact same thing because PS4 just sold so many fucking units. So, yeah. I imagine in future directs it'll be like, as they mention it, they'll be like, Switch 2 exclusive. Or like, can be played on Switch and Switch 2. So, let's get into it. Let's just get into it. I have no predictions other than probably Metroid Prime. That seems like it's loud on your end. Turn it down a little bit. Very loud. Volume for these things is always such a nightmare. It's always such a nightmare to try and work it out. Oh, Dragon Quest, this makes sense. This makes sense. Dragon Quest Trilogy. I know 3 is a prequel to 1 and 2. I know 3 is a prequel to 1 and 2. I know that's why 3 is coming out first. It's still weird to me. Still a little okay. It's still weird to me that that 3's gonna come out before 1 and 2. I know it's a prequel, but still. But still. It's amazing how consistently HD 2D looks. How consistently good it looks. It is just such a consistently strong art style. It really is. I don't know if it would suit... people say, like, oh, everything should do that now for sprite stuff. It wouldn't suit everything, but for the high fantasy stuff it's normally been associated with, absolutely. Absolutely. Like with your Dragon Quest, your Octopath, high fantasy stuff,
Hello,
it absolutely
everyone.
works for.
I'm Shinu Takahashi, and I'll be your guide for
100%.
today's Nintendo Direct.
Oh, do we have subtitles? I put on subtitles.
Today, we'll be providing information on upcoming
Because
Nintendo
I talk
Switch
a lot,
games.
so you can still hear what's saying there. And so I can hear it, because
We'll
I also
also
talk a lot.
have a Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd. So please tune in
Look,
for
you don't
that
need
as
it for
well.
Pokemon. You don't need it for
What
Pokemon.
you just saw was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake from Square Enix.
I feel like the big when's it
Another
gonna happen is
character
when is
appeared at
this
the
gonna
end.
happen for FF1
What kind
to
of
6?
adventure awaits?
Or some of the entries
We
of
hope
1
you're
to 6.
excited for more information.
I know we
in the
recently
future.
got the Pixel remasters, but like that's the obvious
Okay,
one.
let's see
When
the
are we
first
gonna
batch
get
of
like 3 or
headlines.
4 or 6 in that style? I
Escape
feel like it's
from dire
inevitable that at
straits.
some point one of them's gonna get it. Fuck, no hope. Well, it's because you're on X. I mean, Blue Sky's annoying in different ways, but it's not full of Nazis at least.
Help me! Please help me, Daddy!
The latest entry in the The Somnium Files series is stirring. You are Konami.
I didn't
Date,
realize
a
Somnium
special
Files
agent
was
with
a
a sophisticated
series?
AI called Iba embedded in his left eye. Your mission is to track down Iris.
I didn't
an
realize
internet
Somnium
idol who's
Files
been
was a
trapped in a
series.
mysterious escape game. Conduct interviews
I think
to
it's all
investigate Iris's
of the
whereabouts.
games. I haven't played Somnium Files, so I don't know this. There's
Dive
been
into
2
a
of them.
subject's
I had
dreams
no
to
idea. It's
reveal
not for
clues hidden deep within their psyche.
I only knew of the Somnium Files. I
And
didn't realize there was
solve
another one.
mind-bending puzzles in an explorable environment.
Like, there's a whole bunch of games that there's a whole. Yeah, I didn't
Everything you
realize there
learn
was a
will
second.
bring you one step closer to the truth.
But like, there's a whole bunch of games because I did Danganronpa. There's obviously like there's
Uncover
the
what's
Zero
hidden in
Escape.
reality and
There's Somnium
dreams to
Files.
rescue Iris.
There's the stuff that's been worked on together, like Operation
No
Raincode,
sleep
like
for
the 100
Konami
defense
Date
thing,
from
stuff like that.
The Somnium
There's all those
Files
things that like I
launches
should get
on the
around to at
Nintendo
some
Switch
point.
system,
That being
July
said, the ones
25th.
that I've been like people seeing the most hype for are the Somnium Files.
Unleash the supernatural.
That's by far the one that people are just like, yeah, Zero Escape's good, but do Somnium Files. Okay, so SMT? I was about to say, art style Devil Summoner, this is
Classic
something
Atlas
SMT related.
action
Yeah, Atlas.
RPG returns with remastered HD graphics and enhanced gameplay.
Fucking...
Set in the capital city in the year Taisho 20, Raido Kuzunoha makes his living as an apprentice detective. But unbeknownst to others, he also fights
Is this shit
alongside
not like
demons
super
as a
niche
devil
even for
summoner.
Atlas fans?
To protect the capital, Raido must investigate a series of supernatural cases. Fight in real-time battles
Like, there's
alongside
Persona,
demons
and then
you
there's
summon.
like, oh, we're the real fans, we care about
Work with your demons to
SMT.
strike
Isn't
an
this like
enemy's weak
another
point,
step
then
into
follow
like
up with a
nicheness?
powerful attack.
For that-
Cooperation is the key to victory. You can even turn opposing
Or am I
demons into
misunderstanding the
allies.
popularity of Raido?
Demons can also be useful
Not the most niche
outside of
SMT
battle.
thing, but SMT
And their
thing, but it is
powers are
farther
helpful
down.
in
Okay.
finding solutions during investigations. Guide Raido through a series of strange incidents
I assume you're the bird who gave us a call?
as he uncovers
Because there's
a
the other
conspiracy
SMT thing,
that
like
will
the
shape
Devil
capital to
Summoner
its
or whatever
core.
it's called.
Raido
Pretty popular among SMT,
Remastered,
they've been asked to
The
remake for a
Mystery
while.
of the
Okay.
Soulless Army
Okay.
launches on Nintendo Switch.
I mean, that's
June
going to be
19.
huge for Atlas fans.
Pre-orders begin later today.
Like having
on
something
Nintendo
like
eShop.
come out from, and that looks way better than Nocturne. Like Nocturne still looks like a fucking
Consume
PS2 game even
darkness.
with the remake. That doesn't look like that.
With your memories gone, you have been summoned to a strange, unfamiliar world, where you're greeted by a yellow orb known as Puck. But who is this spherical stranger? Moored in a mysterious, maze-like world, your battle for survival begins.
Is this the Pac-Man thing based on the shitty TV
As Puck
show?
guides you on your journey, you'll delve deeper into the expansive world. By examining your surroundings, you
I
can
remember
face
seeing
shift
people talk
and
about a
combine
really
with
shitty
Puck
TV
to
show and it had a
explore
Pac-Man
areas you
thing,
couldn't
and then a
reach
game was
before.
announced that was like the Pac-Man thing. Or the shitty TV
But
show.
tread lightly.
It's definitely
The creatures
Pac-Man.
inhabiting this world will prove hostile. When facing imposing enemies, you and
I was
Puck
kind of
can
hyped for this.
temporarily
I mean, I
fuse
heard
into
the show was
giant
bad. It
form
doesn't
to
necessarily mean the
unleash
game is
powerful
going to be bad.
attacks.
I only heard the show was bad.
By consuming your prey, you'll collect resources that can then be used to enhance your abilities.
I don't know what it is about the art
To
style.
uncover
I love
Puck's true
and hate
goal.
the art style at the same time.
And devour enemies to survive this cruel world.
I don't know
Experience
what
a
it
dark
is.
Twist on the iconic Pac-Man
I feel
land.
like when things are
Shadow
static,
Labyrinth
I like
launches on
it, but I
Nintendo
don't like
Switch,
how things look
July
in
18.
motion. Pac-Man show I recall it was on like Ghostly Adventures, which is not this.
The rhythmic march
What the
begins.
fuck? What? What?
Masters of Patapon and Patapon 2 are drumming onto Nintendo Switch as one bundle.
Fucking
Play
excuse
your
me?
drum to the beat and give different commands to the Patapon army. For example, Pata Pata Patapon advances them forward, while Pon Pon Patapon has them attack. And if you string together combos with good timing, the Patapons enter fever mode and get a big boost in power. From the horse-riding Kibapon to the
I'll be honest, the
savvy
sound
Tatepon,
effects sound like they didn't
build
get
up your battalion to
remastered.
take on hordes of fierce foes.
The sound effects still sound like they come from a cassette, but maybe that's meant to be intentionally the vibe.
Plus, new features have been added, so you can advance to the beat of your own drum.
I've not played Patapon, if you're wondering.
Leave the Patapons and march
Patapon
forth.
and Loco
When
Roco are
Patapon
games
1
that, like,
plus 2 replay
knowing people who
launches on
played on,
Nintendo
like,
Switch,
PSP slash
July
Vita a
11th.
lot. Patapon and Loco Roco were two that were hyped up a lot.
Welcome to Zephyr Town.
Has been like, these are the types of
A
unique
cozy
shit that
place
Sony is
nestled
willing
in a
to
windswept
put out
valley.
on their handhelds. A very
This is
different
where
Sony
your
to what we
new
have
life
nowadays.
begins.
Oh, Story of Seasons.
First cropping up on the Nintendo DS system, this immersive farming and life sim
I was gonna
has
say,
no
it's been a while
shortage
since
of activities
But
to
how
get up
farming
to.
simulator we can drink now. Story of Seasons is at least like a thing that already
Tend
exists.
to your farm while growing crops and caring for
But it
animals.
is honestly impressive how we literally don't have like
Then
any
sell your
directs
produce
anymore
and other
that don't
wares
have
at the
one
town's
of these.
weekly bazaar. As bazaar sales grow, you'll help the once famous market regain its former splendor.
Inspiring, honestly.
You can also get to know the locals
I'd like to spend more time with you.
and maybe nurture a relationship if you find that special someone.
Out of
Plus,
all of the ones
taking
that I've
advantage of
seen, this
Zephyr
is the
Town's
most
windy
Stardew
conditions
Valley
can make
esque
travel
one I've
and
ever
other
seen
tasks
in
a
any of these
breeze.
Nintendo Directs. Like art style, obviously completely different, but in terms of like
The
the
winds
markets,
of change are coming, and your
like
new life
mini
on the farm
games, getting
begins when
married.
Story
You
of
can also
Seasons
win
Grand
liquor.
Bazaar launches on the Nintendo Switch system August 27th.
There's your farming game. There's your farming game. Again, I've got nothing against them. I just like
Please
when they
look
do
forward
so
to the
many
latest
of them in the
entry in the
directs.
Story of Seasons
I do
series.
wonder if even the farming sim lovers out there kind of get lost
Next,
as to which one is
Please take a look
which.
at this.
I just wonder that. So this is definitely Metroid. So this is definitely Beyond. Yeah, that's 1000% Beyond. Yeah, there it is. They're doing cool shit with the visuals. I really like the visuals here. There's just a particular look to the materials of the environment that's really inviting. God damn.
This is the unknown planet Vuros.
It's so much more like stylized.
Here, Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center.
Like it feels like this is what like the Prime games were always meant to look like in art style.
In
It's just the
order
other
to
consoles
survive
couldn't achieve it.
and escape this planet that she was unexpectedly transported to.
This is
Samus
way
must
more
scan
Prime 1
stone
vibes.
figures and other relics to carve a path forward.
Which the thing that we saw earlier was Prime 3 vibes. So this is Prime 1 vibes.
She's not alone, though. Abhorrent, alien creatures living in the jungle are waiting to strike.
If you are wondering, though, the plan is not to do this on release. I've done the Prime Trilogy, but at this point I'm gonna go back through and do all of the Metroid games in release order
As she
to
explores
catch
the
up
planet,
properly.
Samus is granted mysterious and ancient powers. Psychic abilities. These powers allow Samus to operate mechanisms
Okay, so is this...
and open doors.
Because Prime is between, like the whole
They
trilogy is
also allow
between
her to
1 and
control
2.
the trajectory of her
Oh,
beams
that's...
with the power.
Oh, that's
of mind.
sexy. Oh, that's sexy. That's a way of making a
Were these
weapon actually
powers
feel
bestowed
different.
upon Samus?
Something that the later Prime games were having a really hard time doing. So is this still between 1 and 2 like the rest of the trilogy? Does Samus just have psychic abilities in all the future entries? Is there just a moment in Super Metroid where it's like, oh, by the way, Samus is a psychic, that's just who
What
she is.
will be
And this is
her
the
fate
explanation of that?
after being summoned to Vuros? The threads intertwining beyond space and time are beginning to weave a new tale.
I mean, there's a lot more Prime 1 vibes in that compared to the original thing that we saw. So I'm definitely more excited for it from that. Again, context. Out of Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3, the only one I like is 1, and I love 1. I don't like 2 or 3. I like Hunters. Okay, well now she has a badass red and black suit. That's just cheating. Now she has a badass red and black suit. That's just
It looks
cheating.
like even more challenges await Samus. We hope you're looking forward
I was
to
about to say
exploring with
that's
Samus's new psychic
Coin's
abilities.
excited emote of just someone wiggling. So
Okay, let's move on to some more headlines.
I'm excited for Beyond because it looks like Prime 1 from that, but it will be a
Ready
while
to
before I get
stir
there.
up some mischief? Once upon a time, there was
Potionomics?
a drab coffee shop that transformed into a magical potion cafe. As the newest
Not Potionomics.
potionista of the cursed cafe, you'll craft concoctions for Disney's
Not-
villains.
not
and
quite.
Get to know them in a new light. Mix ingredients to brew all sorts of strange elixirs. Then
I feel like
serve them to
Disney
your
has a
villainous
shockingly high
visitors,
presence.
including Ursula.
I feel
and
like Disney
Gaston.
has a shockingly
With help
frequent
from
presence in
Yzma,
directs.
You can upgrade your ingredients to produce
imagine
some
Disney pay
wildly
money for it,
wicked
right?
creations. The potions you make
I
can
feel like if you
influence
go
each
back
customer
through,
storylines.
There's
leading
either
to
some like
different
Mickey mini
outcomes
game things
every time you play.
or something like this
Who
in
knows
most
what
directs.
mischief might happen? Disney Villains Cursed Cafe.
Like people who
launches on
like
Nintendo
Disney
Switch
stuff, for the
later
kids
today.
out there who like Disney stuff, there's probably a lot of them who do that. A lot of kids watching the
Summon a
directs, at least theoretically.
spellbinding adventure.
I'm curious who the actual audience of directs is. It's obviously grown a lot at this point, so like there probably is a lot more young kids who are doing it.
Welcome to Witchbrook
Disney has a lot
College,
of
where
properties. Not Persian.
students
But
strive
the thing
to
is, like, does
master the
Disney stuff that
magical
we
arts.
see at the direct? When I say
During
Disney
class,
at the direct,
use magic
I'm talking
circles to perform
Disney ass
rituals.
Disney shit.
Fly on brooms, and learn
Like
advanced
Mickey
techniques to go from witch
and
in training
Friends
to skilled
And
spellcaster.
combinations of like the various princess movies.
There's
I'm
also
talking, like,
plenty to
Disney
do
ass
outside
Disney
of class.
shit. Feels like it still makes presence
Hang
at
out with
most
friends at
directs.
their homes.
Like just because Marvel shows up to me, I'm not getting that.
Take
I mean,
on
Disney
various
ass Disney
jobs
shit.
to help pay for tuition. Or use the spells you've learned to craft and sell original items. Plus, up to 4 players can make magic together in online co-op. Explore this whimsical
I mean,
world on the
this
road
is
to
like
graduation and beyond.
Cozy sim game, but giving it a
you
whole
ready
ass
for a
witch flair
spellbinding
to
journey?
it. Definitely does like make it stand out from the pack.
Enrollment begins
That's the-
when Witchbrook flies
Oh,
onto Nintendo
Witchbrook!
Switch
Oh, okay,
this
actually no,
holiday.
Witchbrook's actually a huge one. I know a couple people who like Stardew Valley who are
Action,
like, or they
adventure,
love Stardew
and
Valley,
arcade
and Witchbrook
games await.
specifically is the big one.
Set
that
off
like
on a
they've been looking
fantastical
forward to.
mission to eliminate a mysterious deity. In this hand-drawn platforming adventure, you'll explore
Fucking
an
art
expansive
style, my
archipelago where
God.
nightmares and wonder collide. Upgrade your trusty cane with magical parts, then use its abilities
Fucking
to find
incredible
your own path
art
through
style.
The enchanting world. Can
Fucking
you
platformer
uncover the
as an
secrets
old
the
man, let's
archipelago
go.
holds? Find out when the Eternal Life of Goldman launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Okay, I gotta write that one
Celebrate
down.
the
That
40th
actually, art
anniversary
style
of
and playing as
Gradius
an old
with
man
a
alone.
collection of arcade shoot 'em
Definitely
up
looks at
games
DuckTales
from
inspired
across the
because like old
series.
man bouncing on a cane.
Titles include Gradius,
That's okay.
Salamander, Life Force, Gradius 2,
Old school schmuck fans.
Gradius 3,
I am not one of you.
and
I am
Salamander
too bad at
2.
shmups.
Some titles come with
I love
multiple
playing
versions,
old school shmups,
including
and by
ones
that
from
I mean
different
when
regions
Kamiya puts
and launch years.
an homage to
Plus,
an old school
take the
shmup in
helm
one of
in
his
a
video
brand
games.
new entry, Salamander 3. Gradius Origins launches on the Nintendo Switch system.
Sorry, did they
August
say a
2nd.
brand new
Pre-orders
game?
begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Did they say like a brand
Battle
new
to the
sequel?
beat in Rift
Yo,
of
Rift of the Necrodancer!
Press the corresponding buttons in each lane
Yo,
to
Rift of the
fight
Necrodancer!
monsters in rhythm-based combat. Keep the cadence going with epic boss battles, quirky minigames, remix stages, and global leaderboards. Plus, more musical mayhem awaits in the Celeste Music Pack paid DLC. And be on the lookout for more DLC in the future. Rift of the Necrodancer
And
launches
also
on
Rhythm and
Nintendo Switch
minigames.
later today.
Oh, fuck!
Let's
That
see
got a
what's
shadow
in
drop!
store.
Rift of the Necrodancer gets a shadow drop! Wow!
Welcome
I'm
to
so excited
Tamagotchi
for the
Plaza,
Necrodancer,
a
but part of
brand
me is
new
just
entry
like,
in the Tamagotchi
should I go
Collection
back
series.
and beat Crypt and Cadence
There
of
are
Hyrule
stores
first?
galore.
Because I like both of those
Design
games, and I'm
glasses at the eyewear shop.
god-awful at both of them.
Polish pearly whites solo or with a friend at the dentist.
So I'm not
and
sure.
arrange plates at the afternoon tea shop.
Because I part of me is just like,
12
I imagine
wonderful
characters,
stores
not from
need
Cadence.
your help.
Might be gameplay stuff from Cadence gets referenced, but hold on, characters. But
Provide good customer
But like
service to
characters
get
and
high
stuff
ratings
from
and upgrade each
from
shop.
Crypt are probably going to be mentioned. So I'm just like, I probably should play
In doing so,
and like do
you'll
Rift,
get to meet
like,
more
Crypt
Tamagotchi,
first,
making the town
properly,
livelier than before.
because I've never beaten it.
With over 100 new and classic
But
Tamagotchi,
now I'm just like,
business is sure
shit, now I
to
have
be
to.
booming.
But I'm
Get
also
ready to
really
set
bad
up
at it.
shop when Tamagotchi Plaza launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th.
Who the fuck says Tamagotchi? Is that how you pronounce that? Okay, okay, okay. I've never heard anyone say Tamagotchi. Gotchi. ZA Legends. I didn't actually watch
Welcome to
Pokemon Direct, so I actually haven't
Legends
seen
ZA, a
anything
new title
extra
in the
about this.
Pokemon series. You'll begin your adventure by choosing one of 3 partner Pokemon. The setting is this metropolis that also appeared in
Why
the
are
Pokemon
two of the
apps
3
and Pokemon
Johto,
Y games.
for starters?
Lumio City. To make it easier for people and Pokemon to coexist,
Why do I
a company
Chikorita
named
and Totodile?
Quasartico Inc. is carrying out an urban redevelopment plan. Here, we'll get a glimpse into the lives of the Pokemon and people of Lumio City. Scattered all over town are
Sudoku
wild zones.
canceled.
These areas are
Can we
special
cancel
environments
Chikorita?
where wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even
Okay, so
within
you're
the city.
in the town, and you go into certain parts of the town
You can catch Pokemon here.
that are just like where the animals are. Okay.
But they might be hostile. If you sense trouble, get to safety.
Yeah, because part of the whole thing is like they're redeveloping the
There are
town so
Pokemon
Pokemon
that
can live
live
in harmony.
outside wild
So there's
zones,
major
too.
sections of the town that are now just, this is where Pokemon
Some
can
of them
hang
can
out.
even be found on rooftops.
Okay, so they're like
People
fully
and
fleshing
Pokemon
out
live
Lumios.
easygoing lives in Lumio
A few
City.
years after XY, they have an urban redevelopment.
But
I remember hearing
when
something
night
about where it's like
falls,
they're developing the city to make sure Pokemon
The
can like
city's
live
aura
better.
transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale.
Where we dropping
Trainers await
Pikachu?
in battle zones. If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle. Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack.
Battle looks very weird.
During battles, using a super effective move at the right moment is key.
Battle looks very different. Note, I haven't played
And
Arceus
with
Legends, so this
Mega
might be just
Evolution,
Arceus
some
Legends combat.
Pokemon can power up
Because
even more.
I've not played that, so yeah. Adding it into Himmels and architecture, just like
Start
real
at rank
friends.
Z
Oh
and
no.
work your way up to
Oh
rank A.
no. Oh, that's why it's ZA. You go
Trainers
from
who
Z
reach
to
the top
A.
are said to have a wish granted.
Rodent bones are fighting.
Day and night are 2 sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting
Oh
to
my
be
god,
uncovered.
he's okay. So he
What
is
will
actually
you
in the
find
game.
on your adventure?
AZ is actually in the
Pokemon
game.
Legends
That's
ZA. Launches
That's
on
cool.
Nintendo Switch later this year.
Again, I'm definitely curious about a Pokemon game that's like entirely in one
In
city
Lumio
that's
City,
massively
where the game
realized.
is set, the aura transforms between day
I'm
and
definitely
night.
curious
It seems
about how
there are
that would
even
work
more
as a
secrets
concept.
to uncover.
I've also
Please
heard
be on
very
the
mixed
lookout
things
for more information
like-
in the future.
About like how
Next,
Arceus
please
Legends
take
is
a
the
look at
best
this.
one so far, or like the like not that good.
Hello there. Boop. The game you're about to see, boop, doesn't have a big, epic story.
I recognize those clicks.
But what
I
it does
fucking
have is lots of
recognize
funny
those
little random
clicks.
games. Boop.
Yo, it's been like a fucking decade.
Just
Yo!
press the button to jump through the ring.
It's been so long. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. It's been so fucking long.
It sounds easy. But the timing is super tricky. Boop. Maybe you could try it in time to a rhythm.
Yo, squad coming up. Playing just like we all do. Hell yeah. Oh, ah.
In this game, you might do almost anything, but you need to do
Oh,
it in rhythm.
I'm so happy Rhythm Heaven is
With
back.
practice, you might
Hell
even be able to
yeah.
play it with your eyes closed.
I loved Mega Mix, but it's been a long time. Fucking art styles. Goddamn, we're changing it
Get
up.
into the rhythm with a brand new entry in
Oh,
the
there's
Rhythm
definitely
Heaven
already
series,
porn of her. Oh, there's definitely already porn of her.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Next year? Oh, that's so
That was
far
Rhythm
away.
Heaven Groove, a brand new entry
Oh,
in the
that's
Rhythm
so
Heaven series.
far away.
It includes lots of music
Oh,
produced by
that
renowned
lady.
Japanese musician.
Definitely already porn of her. Definitely
rhythms
already
do you think you'll hear?
exists.
We hope you're looking forward to it. Next, we have news about the use of digital games on your system. Please take a look.
That's a vague introduction.
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could
Actual
be as
just like
flexible
Steam
and
library
convenient
shit
as
where you
game
just do it
cards?
wherever you have it.
Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games. When purchasing the digital version of a game, it will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
I don't understand.
If you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want, just as if you had inserted a physical game card. With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to two systems. Local communication
just
with
share
your
digital
second
games with
system
friends and
is
family.
required, but only the first
To be
time.
fair, I have no experience doing that with Switch, so I have no idea how it works without this. So I have no
You
context
can
of like how
also
much
lend out
easier or
virtual
simpler this
game
is.
cards to your Nintendo account family group members.
Good man for Switch
Connect
2.
to your family group member
A
system.
lot of people
via
have a Switch
local
again, have a
wireless
Switch 2,
when
so
you
it's
want
probably
to
like,
lend a
oh,
game.
Switch 2 can be like,
Choose the title you're lending,
like what some people like, we keep it at home.
And who you're
and the
lending
kids
it
can
to.
like take Switch 1 on the, like with them, so that would make sense.
and you're done. they can now play on their own system.
But surely, just because you're swapping over the
You can
game
only lend
card,
one game at a
you've
time
still got
to
to
a
like
particular
transfer
person.
all over the data,
Games can
right?
be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you.
Like you still have to download
Making
the data
digital
for
games
it,
even
right?
easier to use.
Surely,
Virtual game card.
still gotta like re-download it off the eShop, right? Again, I have no idea how it works
The
now, so I
virtual
don't know
game
how
card
simple that
feature
is.
lets you swap games between Nintendo Switch systems as well as to Nintendo Switch 2 systems. This feature is planned to be added via a system update in late April. Let's take a look at more Nintendo Switch games.
Again, without context, it's really hard for me to tell like how good that is. Why am I putting High on Life on here? Gross. Gross. This game is so bad. I watched a playthrough of it. It is like, as someone who doesn't like Rick and Morty, High on Life is like the worst thing ever. It's so bad. Star Overdrive, that looks familiar. I feel like I wrote that down on the list at some point. Yo! Village Sim, but it's on the back of a giant turtle. Once again, a way for it to stand out. King of Meats. Big ass multiplayer game. Lose Lagoon? I feel like these highlight ones are the ones where it's just like, wait a minute, I want to know more about how this game works. Well, that's the frame rate of this game. They've been talking about Fantasy Life I for a while. That's the performance of it on
Uncover
Switch.
history once more.
Oh god. Begging and
An
screaming
HD
for a Switch 2.
remaster of
Fucking
Saga
hell.
Frontier 2 is venturing on to Nintendo Switch.
How the
Meet
fuck did we get to a
Gustav,
point
the
where
Royal Heir,
Saga
and Will
is
the
just like, if you
Explorer.
want Saga news,
Two
you shoot
heroes
into
whose
like,
fates and legacies
Nintendo
will
Directs.
intertwine across generations in this epic
how did that
RPG.
become what reality is? I mean, I'm glad for the Saga
Experience
fans.
the original story.
I'm
along
glad for
with
the Saga
brand new
fans,
events
but
that
like,
expand
wow,
the vibrant
it's
world of
just
Sondale. Plus, team up with more characters in battle. And transfer stats to allies through the parameter
Oh,
inheritance
that
system.
Ugh.
After finishing the main story, you can test your mettle and might against even more powerful bosses.
I am not a JRPG
What
hater.
histories
I'm not the
will you
person who's just
uncover
like,
through
oh
the
my god,
ages?
my JRPG stuff. It's mostly just for me. I don't have a ton of
Saga
experience with them.
Frontier 2 Remastered.
And it's kind
launches
of,
on
it's
Nintendo
similar to
Switch
Farming Sims, where it's
later
just like
today.
showing me things in a context like this. I need to like be told by people a
Monumental
lot more
adventures await.
to like get a vibe for like what sets it apart. from
Embark
other
on
ones.
peaceful journeys across this series of beautiful
Hey,
puzzle
Monument
games.
Valley. I have heard of
Wander
this one.
through isometric worlds filled with stunning landscapes to manipulate, optical illusions to discover, and mystifying secrets
I feel like
to
I've heard people talk a
unfold.
lot of good shit
In
about
Monument
Monument
Valley,
Valley.
lead
But that being
the
said, I didn't know
silent
it
Princess
existed.
Ida in her quest for
So,
forgiveness, while
there is that.
outsmarting the enigmatic Crow people. A different journey awaits in Monument Valley 2. Guide Ro in her adventure through motherhood as she and her child unlock the secrets of the sacred geometry. Both games contain all their additional chapters,
And even finding
add-ons,
as much how they
and
work as dedicated
DLC.
console games, so probably good.
The first two Monument Valley games launch on Nintendo Switch April 15th.
Again, yeah,
Pre-orders
Monument
begin
Valley is something
later
I've heard like
today
people say
on
like, damn, that's a
Nintendo
really good
eShop.
game. But I didn't even know it
And
2 existed, so there is that.
Help Noor on her journey to restore the world's
Oh,
light
a good
in
one.
Monument Valley 3.
Hey!
Setting sail on Nintendo Switch this summer.
That feels like that's meant to be the announcement of that game at all. A golf game. Nice
A
car!
brand new entry in the Everybody's Golf series is driving onto Nintendo
Is it-
Switch. Aim. Time your button.
Is that not
press
a Resident
just
Evil
right,
7 Village
and
bit?
Take your shot.
Nice shot.
Is this not a Resident
Perform
Evil 7,
backspins.
sorry, Resident Evil 7
Side spins.
Biohazard bit?
And other special shots.
Hot Shots is what this is called in Japan, right?
In the single-player challenge mode, compete in tournaments and face off against a range of rivals to become the ultimate golfer. In Wacky Golf, Your shots could get pulled into holes, or obstacles might fall. It's golf that's not quite par for the course.
I am a golf fan,
Up to 4
game
golfers
lover,
can hit the fairway together
but so
locally
much of it depends
or
on
in
how the
online
golfing
play.
works. I am a 3-click whore,
So
you
just
cannot
relax.
stop me.
And get ready to tee off. Everybody's
I am a
Golf
3-click
Hot
whore.
Shots lands on Nintendo Switch.
Do that, and I'll
this
probably
year.
like your golf game. Disney.
Unite some of Marvel's greatest superheroes in the fight against evil. Pair up 2 heroes from the roster of 15, including the likes of the spectacular Spider-Man and the ferocious Wolverine, to take on the challenge. From close quarters combatants to aerial aces.
This is a
you
new
can
game
mix
or a
and match
re-release of an
variety
old?
of heroes for an amazing array of possibilities. And
Like, we had the
swap between your
Capcom-
team of 2 at any time.
And Marvel's
Take
like
advantage of
collection
your team's
recently.
strengths to
So is
overwhelm
this
your
like
foes.
another game that's like
Plus, up to
back
4
in the
players
age of
can
beat 'em ups
assemble
that's not a
for
Capcom
local or
one?
online co-op play.
Or is this something that's meant to be like, oh, people like those games,
The
let's
battle
make a
for
new
the
one that's
fate
like
of the
that.
Marvel Universe begins when Marvel Cosmic Invasion launches on the Nintendo Switch system
That
this
seems like
holiday.
as is the new one. As is the new one's a harken back to the old
That
days of
was
beat 'em
Marvel
ups.
Cosmic Invasion, where you'll battle as
Well,
a
dang.
tag team of different superheroes. Next is our last game announcement. Please take a look.
Go into the chat, see how many people are mad that it's not Silksong. The Shredder's Revenge people. Ah. Is that oh my god, it's Mies. How's the final thing that I'm seeing for the Nintendo Switch Mies? Wait, is this Tomodachi? Yeah, this is absolutely Tomodachi with the way they're talking. Tomodachi Life.
Living the dream.
An actual new Tomodachi game. Hey Nintendo, does this one got faggots in it? Very important question, Nintendo. Can this bitch be a dyke in this game?
Did you want to talk?
Very important question, Nintendo. You promised.
Glad that was only a dream.
You promised. You
That
promised
was
bitches would
Tomodachi
be
Life,
gay in the
Living
next
Dream.
one.
The first new entry in the series.
You
in over 10 years.
promised.
In the trailer, we saw Mii characters living on an island out
We
at
still
sea.
want farting.
What kinds of interactions do you think they'll have? We hope you're looking forward to it.
10 years, fuck you.
Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct so
Wasn't
far.
the original Tomodachi the woke
Our
community?
final announcement is something a little different that's not a game.
What do you
Here's
mean
Mr.
by that
Miyamoto
version?
to introduce it.
Hello,
Hi,
I'm
Miyamoto.
Shigeru Miyamoto. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct.
Okay, what are we doing?
Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you. And now,
the thing
these
a lot of you used to do.
presentations have grown into an event that many people watch.
And we're never doing
Thank you
another
all
one
very
again.
much. We'll continue to broadcast Nintendo Direct presentations, but we're also launching a new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly. This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today, which functions like a daily calendar. In the app, you can view different Nintendo events. We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo games and characters every day.
I said on the last announcement on Tomodachi Life for the calendar app.
After the Nintendo Direct for Nintendo Switch 2 on April 2nd,
But the thing is, like, you can tell that
news
there are
about
some
Nintendo
content
Switch
creators
2
out
will
there.
be delivered to you daily and directly through the Nintendo Today app as well.
There are gonna be people out there who are
Nintendo
content creators
Today
who are
will be
just like,
available to download
every
on smart
day
devices
they're
later
going
today.
to make a 10-minute and 1 second so they can
Anyone
get the
with a
mid-roll
Nintendo
ad
account can
video
use the app,
on
so please try it
YouTube
out.
about what was announced on the Nintendo Today app that
That's all I
day.
have to share. I hope you enjoy.
There are
using
some people
Nintendo
out there who
Today.
are just like, oh, thank God. I don't have to wait several months to get a shitload of views for the next
That's all
Nintendo
for
Direct.
today's Nintendo
I can
Direct.
make a video every day.
Thank you for watching.
about the mini Nintendo Directs that I get. So that was that. I'm here on also a retros of moving all interesting characters from Thousand Year Door. I mean, like, look, here's my thing. Looking at all of this, I'll be honest, kind of exactly on par with what I would expect for a final Switch Direct immediately before the Switch 2 is going to be done properly. Like, the big blowout one was the last one. The big blowout one was the last or the second, or the second last. We already had our major, here's our last push for the Switch 1 Directs. We already had that. That was the one that had, like, the brothership and everything on there. Like, there was one that we had, I can't remember what was the last one, the one before last, where there was a shitload of massive things. And that was, like, the big final push for the Switch. This is not that. This is very much winding into Switch 2 era. So this was about what I would expect. There's some stuff here. I mean, again, new Somnian Files, Rider Remaster. There's some shit here for some people that is just like, yo, holy shit, this is happening? Wow, holy shit. Patapon's out of fucking nowhere. That is cool as shit. Seeing more Metroid Prime, that is like Prime 1 vibes. I'm happy with that. Witchbrook, again, is like the farming sim stuff that I've seen Stardew Valley fans specifically talk about. Eternal Life of Goldman, I'm curious. Rift of the Necrodancer, I gotta play that, but I also gotta like do the previous ones. Pokemon Legends, that's a case of, I'll get around, if people want me to play that, I'll play it. And I'll do that after Arceus if people want me to play that. Rhythm Heaven Groove makes me calm, but why the fuck is it next year?
A brand new entry in the Rhythm Heaven series.
Why the fuck is this
it
next
lots
year?
Of music produced by renowned Japanese musician Tsunku. What kinds of rhythms do you think you'll hear?
Why is this next?
We hope you're looking forward to it.
Why did they announce this now? It's next year. It's so far away. Oh, it's so far away. Virtual game cards I don't get. Some of the stuff here would be like, if I could see a little more of how it works, I'd be interested in. Again, Saga, good for Saga fans. Monument Valley is just like, hey, it's on consoles. Unless it was on other ones, but first. And then more Tomodachi, which, from memory, Tomodachi original is like just a 2D view of a house. Like, this is Tomodachi's. This is the maze. This is the maze, like, running around on an island. From memory, Tomodachi Life was just, like a view of, like, a cross-section of, like, a building. That you saw them hang out in rooms and stuff. Where this is all of them actually hanging out on an island. So they seem to be doing way more stuff in terms of, like, what the maze are doing as part of their day-to-day life. Like, these two idiots are just throwing shit at each other all day. Like, again, from my understanding, first Tomodachi was just like, here's a building, you have maze in it. Rhythm Band Heaven's gonna hold against Silk Song fans. But, yeah. Again, nothing major. Like, some cool shit there. Nothing, like, earth-shattering, but again, it's literally a week into the Switch 2 stuff, so, like, there's never gonna be anything earth-shattering here. But that's my thoughts on the Direct. Watch these have more views and everything else that I've done lately. Thank you all so much for watching that. I'm gonna go play Monster Hunter. So, stay tuned for Monster Hunter if you're on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, I guess I do the outro now. This is Version2 signing out.